Yeah, I'm gonna, like, burn all the bridges. Just like, I don't know what the fuck to do, so I'm just gonna wing it. Just like programming.
Suddenly the beach episode turns into them climbing Mount Everest.
Oh my god. Can't they just go to the beach?
No.
Well, all anime is slice of life, if you think about it.
There's no beef in it.
Well, if you want beef, then you have to capture big game and, you know. You turn the bills sideways. This is a declaration of war.
Xeno Jellion stood there in the courtroom, wondering why he was here, but we did know in fact that he was there for cosplaying as the main little girl Mio from Nichijou with no underwear on in public. And he was there thinking of these big questions about slice of life anime while he waited for the verdict to happen. And he pondered, if he had to describe slice of life anime to someone who never heard of it in 2 words and a sound, what would it be?
Oh god, I don't know if I can get my voice that high pitch. Hold on. Oni-chan! Are you happy? Oni-chan! I can't get that high without it breaking. Oni-chan!
Which is worse, a slice of life series or a slice of life OVA / feature-length film?
I mean, why is it worse? I mean, like, I did quite like The Cat Returns, and although it did have fanciful elements to it, I mean, anything Studio Ghibli is quite good, unless we're using Spirited Away as the pinnacle of slice of life movies. Then it's like fucking. I don't know why that got the claim that it did. Slice of life series. I mean, no, it's gotta have to be in the movies because like there's so few slice of life series that I don't like unless it's as a manga dio. If there's an as a manga dio movie, then it's just both. But Lucky Stars, like everyone hates Lucky Star for some reason. I actually quite like Lucky Star. I prefer Lucky Star over fucking as a manga fucking dio. Yeah, I'm gonna like burn all the bridges.
Thank you.
So I mean, why is slice of life anime is basically just propaganda at this point?
How is slice of life?
I mean, think about it. All of them are showing off like locations in Japan and showing how great life is in each area.
Isn't that what like most rom-coms are in the States? Like, it's just like, oh, look how amazing life is in America, in New York City. And then everyone just, for some reason, shits on New Jersey. And, like, anyone outside of, America has no context to what this means.
You don't want context.
So, I mean, I would rather have the propaganda of how amazing Japan is than the lack of context of how shit New Jersey is.
All I need to know is I need to get a sandwich from Vinny. That's life in New Jersey.
Okay, sure.
What part of life do you think slice of life anime should cover that it hasn't yet?
I mean, there's plenty of that's retail. There's plenty of that. I want one that covers bin men. Like, you know, there's these garbage collectors. They gotta pick up garbage, and then, you know, they gotta take it to the processing plants. It gets processed. I mean, there's actually one which was like an agricultural university one, which was incredibly awesome. And it was still like so enjoyable. You got programming ones. You got like loads of different ones. But yeah, I want to see like the life and style of it. Or a train conductor. How amazing would it be to see the life and style of a train conductor in Japan? Right? Oh, they're running 2 minutes too early, and they have to go around some crazy circuit to slow them down. Or they could just hit the brakes a little bit. Wait, there's Rail Wars. They already exist. Fuck! No, I was thinking of the garbage one. I don't think that one exists.
I think, you know, every episode is what they find in a bin.
That could be potentially violent depending on what city it gets based in.
Oh my god, the garbage mafia.
Yes.
Yo, we found a hand again.
like the Yakuza turn up and like, oh, you haven't produced enough garbage. We're gonna help you produce more garbage. And they just start smashing your shit up. It's like, oh, look, some garbage right here. And just take it to their trucks.
They start stealing garbage from other districts just so that they can up their quota for the month.
Oh my god. See, wasn't that entertaining? Didn't you love that idea? You loved that idea. You know you loved that idea. Slice of life is great.
Right. What slice of life animes do you find the most interesting in spite of the limitations of the genre, and why?
The ones that have like the fish out of water, you've got a character that's like completely out of place. So even though people like don't like it, Nazeth, fuck you. There's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, right? Has this the fish out of water because Toru, an actual dragon, doesn't know the ways of life in the real world. Or in I couldn't be the hero, so I became a shop assistant instead, or Daimon or something that came out last year. So Daimon is basically about this guy who fails to be in a music band. The music band collapses, so he goes to goes back home and work at his family's sweet shop, and they make traditional Japanese style sweets and things. And it's this lovely slice of life show where he's looking after this girl that got abandoned there like a year beforehand. It's honestly so wholesome and things like that. Yeah, so like I just love the whole fish out of water thing. Just like, I don't know what the fuck to do, so I'm just gonna wing it. Just like programming.
So, how many slice of lives have an actual plot to them, as opposed to just one day per episode with nothing connecting them?
Oh, like none. I mean, if you're talking about episodic content, I mean, does that not mean that Cowboy Bebop is a slice of life? Does it need an overarching plot? It's just life. Does life have an overarching plot? No. Unless it's to go on holiday. I mean, could you just imagine a series where everyone's just running their daily lives and then like the whole climax of the season is they're going on holiday. But you don't get to see it. Yeah.
Suddenly the beach episode turns into them climbing Mount Everest.
Oh my god.
The gang learned the dangers of riptides.
Oh my god.
That's dark.
Or it turns it turns into a boat trip, and then it turns into Gilligan's Island.
Can't they just go to the beach?
No.
My lord, I object on the grounds that no one has mentioned Patreon yet.
We have some bonus questions for the patron.
For the patron.
Patron.
So if you want to become a patron, go to patron.com/Xenogalleon and you can become a patron and see all these amazing extra questions on all the episodes.
If you're not wanting to be a patron and you want to be only a fan, well, there's also a website for that.
Oh, no, there isn't. Unless you have one that you want me to direct people to.
No.
Not yet.
It's just 10,000 pictures of my feet in like pasta.
Feet in pasta.
No!
Thank you, my lord, but may I also add into evidence that while joining Xeno's Patreon may not grant access to certain illicit images, it will help to fund shows like Notice Me Senpai. I'd also like to direct the court's attention to the defendant's other shows. 10 o'clock, where he discusses Warframe topics in depth, and Kampai Cast, where you can see him and his co-conspirators blatantly talking about weeby things. My lord, I recommend the strictest sentence, but let's hear what else the court has to present.
Anyway, what slice of life anime would you want to be in and why? Not a new one that already exists.
I mean, I've said Kobayashi's Dragon Maid before because I think I can actually do the whole programming thing really well. But I mean, considering we spoke about it earlier, I think I'd rather be in the Cowboy Bebop slice of life. I mean, first off, I would get so well fit. All that running around, trying to capture people. I couldn't be fat during that. Though, I mean, I would have to, like, massively reduce the quality of the meals that I would have. Get fit and eat healthy versus being a program and doing what I'm already doing.
One eternity later.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboy Bebop slice of life.
I don't think noodles and bell peppers count as
No,
healthy.
it's bell peppers and beef.
It's not. There's no beef in it.
Well, if you want beef, then you have to capture big game, and
Well, that's on you, isn't it? You gotta get the big game if you want the beef.
But you can't just start dishing my bell peppers and beef if just because you can't be bothered to do your job properly.
There's beef starting right now.
Ooh.
Biff.
All right, what slice of life tropes are the most annoying?
Oh dear God. What slice of life tropes are there? This is a deep question. Why are you asking the deep questions?
It's what I'm known for.
It is. I suppose the really awkward will they, won't they? Sometimes it's like, no, this shouldn't happen sort of thing. Although that's more of like a harem trope than anything else. You're gonna make me Google this, aren't you?
we've got time.
The nose bleeding.
That's not a that's just an anime trope.
Well, all anime is slice of life, if you think about it.
Oh, okay. Here's one for you, right? Here's one slice of life trope that, like, it gets real old real fast, and pretty much every slice of life fucking has it. It's where someone cannot work out how to use, it's a household item, white goods? Right, where people can't fucking understand how to use white goods or whatever, and you're just trying to fucking get on with your life and everything. Like, how do I use a toaster? Get bread, put bread in toaster, pull down lever, make sure time is set to correct time, right? But then you get people like, you know, they put the bread in, or they slide the thing down, and then they just get bored, they get confused, and then it turns out it's not turned on, and then they reach over to the wall and they turn it on, and then they continue to sit there and they're bored. Like, you get all that sort of shit. Like, how do I use a common household appliance? I'm just like, fucking boring shit. Yeah, that's
so like the inclusion of the born yesterday / fish out of water character.
No. It doesn't matter if they're a fish out of water. If they're able to just go like, I don't know how to use like a washing line. You know, I'm a dragon. Fuck using a washing line. I'll just set it on fire, right? And then, oh, whoops. That's fine. That's fine. But it's just when they sit there for several minutes trying to work out how to use a basic appliance, it fucking pisses me off.
So are slice of life enjoyers' lives so boring that they have to watch somebody else's daily life?
No, it's not a case of that. I mean, for me, personally, it's I'm done. I'm fucking done of all this, like, over-dramatic bullshit. Here's the big thing. You got shows like Evangelion or Game of Thrones or fucking just pick anything from America, I mean, for fuck's sake. And it's overly dramatic. It's just like, dear God, how overly dramatic is this shit? Jesus Christ. Now, can you please put these GIFs in, like, as I'm talking? Because Jesus Christ, they are so confusing as fuck. But anyway, where the fuck am I now? So overly dramatic. Right. So if you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the convenience store while I, like, you know, I don't just put the money down on the counter and then all of a sudden the cashier just like starts squinting at me and is like, you turned the bill sideways. This is a declaration of war, and then pulls out a shotgun, and I have to hide behind some of the aisles and like pull out my Desert Eagle with like a gajillion bullet. Like, fucking Christ. Like, it's really nice not to have the over-dramatic bullshit. Fucking Christ. You know, reality TV shows, like, they're filmed over like a week period, and they condense that week period into like 20 minutes for you to quote-unquote enjoy. It's because nothing else happens outside that 20 minutes.
That's life. Slice of it, if you'd say. So, I have a question for you that's more of a technical nature, which I know you're very fond of.
Uh-huh.
How big is a slice, and does it leave you wanting more, or are we allowed to take 2 slices of cheat day?
A slice is about 23 minutes, and it's kind of good if you're kind of a regular on how much of a slice you have, because, I mean, if you keep having a slice on the regular, then, you know, your body gets accustomed to it and it starts expecting it. So it's good to have slices at an odd pace, so, you know, it feels fresh. You know, your body knows how to metabolize it properly.
Is that why people, as they get older, aren't allowed to have as much slice of life, because of the slice of life resistance the body does over time?
No, I think the problem is that with slice of life, you know, it has like an odd texture and an odd taste to it, and, you know, people are used to their sort of like sweet action-packed special effects propaganda, you know, so they'll just have that and like, fuck gravity, fuck physics. You know, I think Star Wars The Last Jedi was actually a good movie. The answer is no, I genuinely do not think it was a good movie at all. So I think the problem is that people have gained a sweet tooth for the overdramatic, and they don't have a palate to appreciate the subtleties of slice of life. It's like, you know, pineapple and anchovies.
No.
Yes.
Together?
No, not together!
A slice of pineapple with anchovies on it?
No. Anchovies is the slice of life. Pineapple's the fucking sweet shit. The overdramatic shit. Everyone fucking... No, fucking that analogy went down like a fucking Led Zeppelin.
Oh, because it changes the flavor.
Oh. Are slice of life animes in a fantasy setting necessarily more interesting than those in a mundane or real world setting?
Dear God, no. Oh, dear fucking God, no. I fucking watched Cheat Pharmacist a few seasons ago. These gifs are just not stopping. Are you guys trying to like break my concentration or something with all these gifs?
I believe this is
Maybe.
what's happening now. It's like a
Why
test.
would we do that?
It's like an
Why
endurance
would
test.
you do that? Let me think about that for a second.
You're in court. That would not be good.
Would that count as badgering the witness?
Counts as submitting evidence.
I watched like 3 episodes of that shit and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's basically a guy that got isekai'd and, you know, he took all his knowledge with him and decided to become a pharmacist, and he's just creating all of these miracle drugs and everything. And oh dear God. It was boring as fuck. I cannot think of a more boring slice of life. So yeah, no, fantasy settings do not fix the problem.
All right. So this one's asking about a specific one. What's with the Fruits Baskets fandom and their obsessive need to defend it when anybody says anything remotely bad about it?
I don't know. People like Fruits Basket for some reason. And I did like the first season of it for some reason. It was enjoyable for some reason. But, you know, I mean, people are allowed to like and defend the things that they like. Hell, if people are allowed to defend the likes of fucking One Piece, right, then they're allowed to defend Fruits Basket. There's nothing wrong with defending a show you like, unless it's Devilman Crybaby, because that shit's just hot garbage.
I have to step in here and just say your comparison isn't really a slice of life as much as it is a single piece.
Well, no, my point was that anyone can defend what they like, but my point is you can't like Devilman Crybaby because it's a steaming pile of shit. You know,
You missed my joke.
I did. What?
One piece, a single piece. Got it.
Okay.
And the reason I brought it up because I was asking around for some people who watched more slice of life than me, and Fruits Basket popped up. I'm like, oh, I didn't really like it. Yeah, man, you'd swear I fucking pissed in their Cheerios. And then, all I said was I didn't really care for it.
Okay. So I get this. Because I really like Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which may be fucking known considering how many fucking times I'm bringing it up. But we get Nazeth to watch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon. Loz and I are like really enjoying it. We're really into it, really enjoying it. And Nazeth's watching it with us. He watches the whole fucking thing. It's like, so what did you think, Nazeth? Didn't really like it. I'm like, fucking disgusting, filthy, human, degenerate weeb. And I'm like, ugh, you know. No, I get it. No, everyone's to their own, each to their own. Unless they like get Devilman Crybaby.
As Xeno Jedion stood there, waiting to receive his verdict, and as the gavel came down with a massive thud and he heard the word guilty, he knew that we would follow him in his slice of life post, as In the Slammer continues on season 4 over at Crunchyroll.com.
You said Kane.